In this video, we are going to look at these 6 steps to help us solve this system of linear equations in 3 variables. So here we have a system that comes with 3 equations. Step 1, we want to make sure that each equation is in standard form, ax plus by plus cz is equal to d. So as I look at the 3 equations, I can see that all 3 equations are in standard form. Next, I want to label the equations. So let's label them A, B, and C. Okay, so check mark for step 1. Step 2, choose a pair of equations and eliminate one of the variables by using the addition method. So now we can pick any 2 equations and decide which variable we want to eliminate. Let's say I pick equations A and B. So we have 3x minus 2y plus z is equal to 2. And then 5x plus y minus 2z is equal to 1. Let's say I want to eliminate the variable y. So when I look at the coefficients, I see that the first coefficient is -2, second coefficient is 1. When nothing is written, we assume that it is 1. So for them to be eliminated, I want the first one to be -2 and the second one to be +2. So I'm going to multiply the second equation by 2. Now, the second equation will become 10x plus 2y minus 4z is equal to 2. And I will go ahead and copy down the first equation. Now we are going to add the 2 equations. 3x plus 10x is 13x. Negative 2y plus 2y will cancel. Z minus 4z will give you negative 3z. Then 2 plus 2 gives us 4. Okay, third step, we want to choose a different pair of equations and eliminate the same variable. So first we picked, in step 2, we picked equations A and B. Now I have the choice of either picking A and C or B and C. It just can't be the same 2 that we picked in step 2. So I am going to pick equation B and C. It's totally up to you. All right, so equation B and equation C. Now I want to eliminate the same variable, which is the variable y. So the coefficient for this is -3. I just need to make the coefficient of the first y to be +3. Then we should be able to eliminate y. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by 3. So that will give us 15x plus 3y minus 6z is equal to 3. And then let's copy down the second equation here. Now we can add. So 15x plus 4x, that's 19x. 3y minus 3y, that should cancel, give you 0. Negative 6z plus 3z is negative 3z. And 3 plus 7 will give you 10. Now, step 4, write down the resulting equations from step 2 and 3 to create a system of 2 equations, then solve. So in step 2, we obtain 13x minus 3z is equal to 4. And if in step 3, we had 19x minus 3z is equal to 10. Now it becomes a system of linear equations in 2 variables. That means we should be able to solve for x and z. So to solve this equation, I'm going to use the addition method. I am going to multiply the first equation by -1. I'm trying to eliminate variable z. So this will give us -13x plus 3z is equal to 4. So I want it to be 3z because I noticed that in the second equation we have -3z. The second equation Now we can add the two equations. So 3z minus 3z, that should cancel. Negative 13x plus 19x will give you 6x. This should be negative 4. So we have negative 4 plus 10. That should give us 6. Then we divide both sides by 6. So we get x is equal to 1. All right, we found the variable x. To find z, we are going to use one of the two equations. So let's say I use the top equation. I substitute 1 in for x. And that will be 13. So I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. So that will give us negative 3z. Now 4 minus 13 should give us negative 9. Divide both sides by negative 3. I should get z is equal to positive 3. So we found x and z. Step 5. Substitute the values found in step 4 into any of the three original equations that has the third variable, which is the variable y, and solve for the variable. So y is what we have left. So let's look at the original equations again. And let's pick one of them. I'm going to pick the second equation. So now we will just substitute 1 in for x, y keep it the same, and then 3 in for z, and it's equal to 1. So that will be 5 plus y minus 6 is equal to 1. And 5 minus 6 give us negative 1 plus y is equal to 1. And add 1 to both sides, we should get y is equal to 2. So the order triple should be x is 1, y is 2, and z is 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Last but not least, we're going to check our solution. So let's bring the original equations down. Let's substitute in the first equation. So 3 times 1 minus 2 times 2 plus 3. So that's 3 minus 4 plus 3. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 3 gives you positive 2. So the first equation checks. Second equation, 5 times 1 plus y is 2 minus 2 times z, so times 3. So that's 5 plus 2 minus 6. That's 7 minus 6, which is 1. So the second equation works out as well. Third equation, substitute everything in. 4 minus 6 plus 9. So that's negative 2 plus 9, which is positive 7. So now we know the order triple 1, 2, 3 is the solution to the system.